Good afternoon. I'm Audrey McKinnon in Kelowna, and this is Radio West. It's not quite spinning straw into gold, but it's close. Over a 6-week period, a Kelowna man managed to take a button and trade it up for a bus. Now Ryan Lancaster wants to fix up the bus and drive it across the country. He joins us now in studio. Hi, Ryan.
Hello.
I'm really surprised by the amount of time that took you. 6 weeks to go from a button to a bus.
That's right. It kind of surprises me as well, to be honest with you. I think the story just resonated with people. The community wanted to help, and before I knew it, it was button to a bus.
So what did you trade the button for?
So I put the story out on social media. I have a blog, and so I have a bit of a community that I put it out to, and I got a lot of really interesting trades. A half broken barbecue, a mannequin, bracelets, some truck tires, and then the mayor of Kelowna actually reached out to me and said, you know what, if you're doing this thing, if you're going to be going across Canada, I wanted to be rooted here in Kelowna. And so come down to my office. And so I came down, talked to him, and he had actually brought back this amazing traditional Japanese tea set from our sister city, Kaskai in Japan. And it was meant to foster community. And he said, you know what, if you're going to communities all across Canada, this is the perfect thing to kick things off.
So you traded, how many trades did you have to do?
5 trades.
That's it?
That's it.
What was it? What did this button look like? Was it special?
So it said Canadian A, and it was, not meant to be special. I guess that was the idea, that trying to turn nothing into something was the challenge. And I think it has a great message that, if you want to do something, you don't need special gifts or a lot of money, or you just need action and a lot of hustle, and you can create really amazing things.
And was the intended goal all along to get a bus out of this?
Yes. Yeah. So and I think that's why it was able to turn into such a quick and amazing thing so quickly, was this dream of being able to travel across Canada, challenge myself along the same lines that I have been throughout the last year with my blog, and to meet really amazing Canadians along the way. That really resonated with people, and I think it's something that we as Canadians maybe don't do enough. We're in this amazing cultural landscape with all of these subcultures all across Canada, yet here we are in our little pocket of British Columbia, really not connecting with all of that. And so it's something that I've always wanted to do and procrastinated year after year. And so this year I was like, okay, this is what I want to do. I don't have $1 million and I don't have a vehicle to do that, but I do have a lot of will. So let's see if I can get trading and turn this into a bus that I can take across the country.
Where did the idea come from?
The trading model is actually a pretty widespread game that elementary school kids and college kids play. It's called Bigger Better, and you just try and trade to see how quickly how far you can get, right? So usually, obviously, it stops at a small item, a garden gnome or something like that. But in my case, I thought, what, if I hustle this enough, I can turn it into something really big. And I know a few years ago somebody had turned it into a home that they had traded from a small paperclip, and so it's okay, let's use this model to try and create some action.
Do you think the person who has the button? Well, I guess it would be the mayor who has the button.
The mayor has the button. I
was going to say, I wonder if he feels gypped because he could have a bus instead.
He's pretty stoked on his button, I think. He's storing it in the mayor's office, and it's probably under lock and key. I hope it's right next to some medals and things like that hopefully will eventually become a really cool, unique item for Kelowna culture.
It sounds like you have a lot of projects on the go. You have the trading, you're going to go across Canada, and this is also part of something called Scale My Life. What's that all about?
So my blog, Scale My Life, is essentially something that I created out of desperation. I was feeling really negative and had fallen into a bit of a life rut / depression at the end of 2015. And I was just tired of procrastinating my life year after year. And so I decided that I would write down 12 big, lofty life goals and commit to doing one every month. And I did everything from swim across the Okanagan Lake to experience something new every single day, to cook something new every single day, to quit my job and start a business in a month. And it's just all created so much value and purpose to my life. And now I'm hoping to kind of continue along that path and keep striving to follow my passions and create fulfillment in my life.
I want to talk about the next thing you're going to do, but first, it's something. You're not the first person to do it, but to have this really personal thing that you're doing, personal goals. You're doing it with the public watching. Why is that such an important element in this?
Well, I think there's two sides of that. One, if you don't put it out to the public, or at least create some sort of accountability for yourself, then it's so easy to fall back. So even in small things like going to the gym or what have you, I've always struggled to stay committed, and so that the blog really has been an opportunity to create accountability for myself and push me further than I would really think that I would push myself. And then the other thing is just putting my thoughts and feelings out there has been really great because I've been able to resonate with others, and they, in turn, I think, are affected by some of the turmoil and challenges and successes that I've had. And so it's meant a lot to other people, and that also spurs me to keep going because it's not just me anymore. It's the community of Scale My Life.
So what's next?
What's next? So I'm in the process of overhauling the bus. I'm really hoping that the community gets behind this. I'm reaching out to a few local organizations that are both in the mechanic area and in the redesign and hopefully able to create like a really cool functional space inside the bus. And so if there are anybody that's interested in helping me, they can obviously go onto my social media or my blog. And then once we overhaul the bus, I would hope to raise some funds and sponsorship and get across the country and hopefully go on this really amazing journey that connects with people that are living their lives to the fullest all across Canada and really experience what it means to be a Canadian.
Well, Ryan, thank you so much for joining us in studio and telling us all about this.
Thank you for having me. This has been wonderful.
Ryan Lancaster traded a button up to a bus in just 5 trades over a 6-week period. And you can follow Ryan on his adventure through his blog at scalemylife.com.